It's book haul time! Well, the good news is that my camcorder did allow me to finish part 2 of my February book haul. So yay for that! What that means is we've got part 3 February book haul now, because I do have quite a few books here and I was going to leave them until March, but then I thought, what happens if I buy a few books in March, and I know I do have a lay-by that's coming off, so I thought, no, we'll do another February one. So I might start with these 3 books here from Catherine Hine. There is, I shall do them in the order. I think that is the order. There is Promises, Heart of the Valley and Heartland, all by Catherine Hine. She's a rural romance author who came and visited us as part of our Library Lovers Day and sort of our romance readers little competition that we were running across Australia in libraries. I'm partway through Promises. I started it in February, so I'll finish that in the next few days. But I am actually enjoying her books. They're all sort of set on properties. There's horses, there's hot boys, so I'm enjoying that aspect of it. I have, or the only problem that I am having, it, especially at the start of this one, and I know with Heart of the Valley I'm going to have a big problem, because the main character Brooke has a rather nasty accident while she's pulling horses in a float, and I'm guessing the ponies are going to get hurt, which is going to make me cry. But yeah, I'm interested to see how all 3 of those finish, and she actually has another book out, Rocking Horse Hill, in April, I think it is. Also another horsey one as well, so I'm looking forward to that. She tends to write really strong female characters, which I love. Plus there's the whole horses and being on a property, which I relate to quite well. But yeah, she writes nice heroes as well, and I'm having a lot of fun reading those, and meeting her in February was lots of fun as well. She's quite an enjoyable person to be around, so I'm looking forward to finishing Promises and carrying on with her other books. I also bought, for the princely sum of $3 each, I was so excited. I don't know what I was about to do, something ridiculous. And I don't know if it's just in Victoria, maybe Australia-wide, so if I do have any Australian viewers, you may be able to take advantage of it. The Bargain Basements are doing the vintage classics at the moment for $3 a book. So I bought The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and I also bought The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Murakami. So yeah, I was very, very excited. I read The Picture of Dorian Gray last year. That was part of the 1001 Books to Read Before You Die. I really enjoyed it. It was a quick read. It didn't really take that long at all to get through, but I thought it was quite enjoyable, and plus this cover seriously is just gorgeous. And with the Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, I actually started reading this, I think, in 2012 maybe, another 1001 book, and I was enjoying it. I might have only read maybe the first 80 pages, I think, and I just got sidetracked by other stuff, and I mean, it's not the hugest book I've ever read, but yeah, I think it's it's just over 600 pages. But I like the idea of having my own copy so that I can take my own time. It doesn't matter if I don't get the library copy back on time, and plus I do like the fact that it has a reader's guide, so I can sort of, you know, chat with myself and talk to myself and see what I think about things and question, which is always a nice thing. I also got a couple of books from the library book sale. Hawks Harbour by S.E. Hinton. I hadn't actually really heard anything at all about this. This is the lady that wrote The Outsiders, so I was basically just like, shit, yeah, I'm in. And what are we going? It's an orphan and a bastard. Jamie grew up tough enough to handle almost anything. He survived foreign prisons, smugglers, pirates, gun runners, and shark attacks. So I'm like, yeah, you know, why not? We'll see how we go. I think this maybe has a little bit of, it's a Tor fiction, so I'm guessing maybe some science fiction-y business, or maybe horror, I'm not really sure. But I'm excited to find out, and you know, they were throwing this away. And it's actually pretty sad because I really enjoyed The Outsiders. I liked her writing, but I think she's maybe only written one other book apart from that for adults, and she's never written anything else for the young'uns either, which is a pity. And a done. The next book I got from the library book sale, I have to like remember to move stuff over because this is different from my camera. Tangent. Room by Emma Donoghue. This tells the story of Jack and his mother, who have spent the last 5 years in a locked room. Jack doesn't know anything else about the outside world. His entire world consists of this one room in this house. But of course his mother knows that there is another world outside of their room. So I'm quite interested to see how this one goes. I think it was actually one of our book club books that we bought last year, but we haven't gotten around to reading this one yet. So hopefully I will get a chance maybe to read this in April. I've got quite a few things that I need to read in March, so I probably don't have enough time to read that straight away. I also managed to grab a couple of cheapos at Big W. The first is a Vicki Lewis Thompson Take Me Home. Now I have I bought another one in this little series, which is Last Chance Ranch, I think it is. So it's, yeah, you know, each of the brothers or cousins or something have all got their own little story. And I have actually been really, really bad because I haven't read that other one yet. But this was cheaper than what they normally are, and I'm like, you know, cowboys, yay! So I was like, yeah, well, you know, I'll probably need some light and fun reading. Yes, we all do, don't we, Maggie girl? Yes. So I kind of picked it up anyway, which is also where I was going with this one here by Kathy Maxwell, You and No Other, with the beautiful Nathan on the cover. I have a little thing, I like to collect books with him on the cover. And yeah, I haven't read this particular Kathy Maxwell before, but she is an absolute riot. She writes historical, often set in the Regency era, and her characters are just laugh out loud funny. So I am looking forward to reading this one. I do have, I think it's The Chatton Curse. I've got those to read this year as well. If I get around to it, possibly I might read this month, but maybe not, I don't know, we'll see how we go. But yeah, I do enjoy a romantic romp around the Regency era. I also grabbed Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. This is, I believe, the first book in the Bloodline series. I haven't actually read any Vampire Academy. I think I might have mentioned that before because I'm pretty sure that I hauled the third book in this series last month. Maybe Christmas. I think it was last month. But this was another one that was cheap again. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to enjoy the Vampire Academy, so I just thought, bugger it, I'm going to buy them. And so I actually own all of the Bloodline series now. I'm just umming and ahhing how to purchase the Vampire Academy series because I kind of like the covers. It's a bit hard to see, but I like the original covers, I believe you would call them. that are on the back of this one here. I don't particularly like the new covers that have come out, and while I don't mind the movie tie-in, not all of them are going to come out like that, so you will discover I like my covers to match. It just looks nicer, and I get cranky when they don't match, so I'm kind of figuring maybe I'll get them all perhaps from Book Depository or something with the same covers. I also grabbed, I was actually looking for The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey at my local bookstore. In the end, I ended up borrowing it from the library because I was being good, I guess you could say. I was like, no, I'm going to borrow something from the library rather than just buying it so I could read it. That worked out well, but then I kind of came away with 3 others, so I think I might have defeated the purpose of that whole exercise. First up, we have Eon by Alison Goodman. And Little Book Owl was actually talking about this and the companion novel Eona, and she really enjoyed it, so I'm sort of really looking forward to giving this one a go as well. It tells the story of Eon, who's training to be a dragon eye, I believe it is. Yes. But what everybody doesn't know is that Eon is actually Eona and is pretending to be a boy. I might actually link to Little Book Owl's video in my description below on the Thingamabob. And yes, there was only the first book. Eona wasn't there, so I guess I've just sort of got to keep my eye out for a discounted copy. But I am going to read this first before I buy the second one. I'm trying to be responsible. I also got, for the summary price of $2, Fever by Lauren DeStefano, which is the second book in the Chemical Garden trilogy. I apologise, I can't remember the lady's name who was talking about it on BookTube. She was actually giving the trilogy away. I had never ever heard of it before, but I saw this and I was like, nah, $2. And the back of it actually intrigued me a little bit, so I'm looking forward to actually reading this series. But again, it's probably not something that I'll get to in the next couple of months. I was just quite intrigued by the fact that, saying here, in a world where women only live to age 20 and men die at 25. I found that sentence quite interesting, so I'd like to see what that world's about. And last up, a completely and utterly impulse buy, Winger by Andrew Smith. I was just, yeah, I saw it, it has been talked about on BookTube, and it did sound quite interesting, and when I gave the blurb a bit of a read, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to like this, and plus $20 for a hardcover, which I was pretty surprised about. Normally, hardcovers are sort of, you know, $35, $40, even up to $50. So I was kind of like, oh, you know, it's a good price. I like the cover, even though there's like, you know, nutty blood and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I was really looking forward to that. I think I'm going to give that one a go. I did say at the start that I've got a couple of other books as well, which are on lay-by, so they will come off later on in the month, so I'll put them as my March haul. But apart from that, I'm kind of hoping that I'm fairly good and don't buy a lot of books, because as you saw from the last couple of months, I still have bought quite a lot. I haven't read as much of my own as I would like, so I guess we'll just see how we go. But yeah, I am looking forward to all the books that I bought this month. They're so pretty and shiny and smooth. No, you can't try one. You bring me a toy, I'll throw it for you though. Yeah, good girl. Alright, so before I get sidetracked too much again, thanks for watching. if there's anything here that I've talked about that you think is like the most awesomest book ever and that I need to read right now and I should drop everything else, let me know, because I will always consider it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!